I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. This fielded at the 2. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
On first down, Daniels. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
2nd and 1. And that'll be incomplete. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
On 3rd down, it's Turner. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. Completes it to Hardman. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Flushed out right. He'll run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. That's a really good job of execution by them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
55, 280, 53. Your track, your track.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Get tight. 3-15. Here it comes. 12.
From the gun, it's Wilson. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Go 14. Check. 53 is mine. Check. That's it. We got it. Good touch.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4.
14. Hey, check. Mike 57. Mike 57. So double. Mike's 57.
Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. T.J. Hockenson there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. Yet a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Turner. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. To throw on 3rd down, Daniels. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th, now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Back to throw. Daniels. That's caught by Howard. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and now it's third down.
58, come on. You must be dreaming.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts.
Let's go for it. Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 10-6 the score after one right here on EA Sports.
Fine, 90. 53 at the mic. I'm here all day.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He was looking for a Nunwa there. Third down here.
We own it. Run left, run left. Touch 50, touch 50. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Crunch time, defense. Right.
From the shotgun, Wilson going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Shit. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the run. 58's the Mike.
2nd and 11. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
53, Mike. I'm coming.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Touch 315. Check 53's Mike. Coming this way. Here we go. Hey, alert.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got a noon one. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Check 53. Left. Fair. Not pass. 53's the mic. 53's the mic. Here we go. Echo.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Throwing on 1st down. Daniels. He'll run, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. How about the rookie in his NFL debut? Looking sharp. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Push him back.
And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Double time. Double time. Hey, you got 3 down.
Wilson now. Going to throw again. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Being chased out left. He finds his target, Fuller. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Let's get off the field, G. Let's get off the field.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Daniels toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Let's go.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Play action. Now Wilson. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Brings us 3rd and 12.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Letting one go deep for a Nunwa. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 57. Hey, here we go. Let's 57.
Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to look deep down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Back to throw. Daniels. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
After the interception, here's Wilson, sliding out of the pocket. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right?
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of a group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they will.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Right back to him on first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw on second down. Daniels. And he's got it. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll try and sneak it here. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. Touchdown, Packers. Adam Thielen there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show you quarterback, you get a little confidence in him and let him fling another one.
And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43. On first and 10, it's Sanders. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54.
On second and 11 now. Wilson. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. The Sanders has got it complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like 2 well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Bang out.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then against with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
The Packers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On third down, Turner. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
It's now 4th down.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will make the lead now 26. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd
The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you can just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now again, right side, Turner, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Turner, and he coughed it up. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Wilson to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Reuben Foster picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right? Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. Turner, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Turner, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Come on, QB, come on. Ready, go! Mike, 28. Check, 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 check.
On third down, Turner. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Let's go! Exit, exit. Let it go!
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason.